Okay, I used to throw up before presentations. Not like metaphorically. Actual, real, excuse me, I need the bathroom throwing up. And here's the fun fact that's supposed to make you feel better and doesn't. Something like 3 out of 4 people say public speaking is their biggest fear, ahead of spiders, heights, and in some polls, death. Which means at a funeral, most people would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy. So today we're fixing that. Because the problem was never you. It was that everyone's been giving you the wrong advice since 3rd grade. And speaking of bad advice, let's run through it real quick. Just imagine the audience naked. Cool, now I'm nervous and uncomfortable. Just be confident. Wow, groundbreaking. Never thought of that one, thanks. Toastmasters, where you pay money to be nervous in front of strangers on purpose. Power posing in the bathroom like you're about to enter the octagon for a book report. Deep breathing apps that just remind you that you're currently panicking. Watching TED Talks for inspiration, which mostly inspires you to feel worse about yourself. Your uncle's advice? I just picture it like talking to my buddies at the bar, said the man who has never had to make eye contact with 40 people at once. Which leaves only one real option. Understanding what's actually happening in your brain and working with it instead of against it. So let's start with the easiest fix. Ever notice weathermen never seem nervous? They're not smarter than you. They just know one thing. Nobody's grading them on being right, only on being clear. You've probably sat there before a presentation thinking, I need to sound smart, and that's exactly the thought that ruins everything. So stop trying to sound impressive and just try to be understood. That's it. That's the whole job. Instead of today I'll be elucidating our quarterly synergistic outcomes, just say, here's what happened this quarter, and here's why it matters. Just don't swing so far the other way that you sound like you're explaining rain to a golden retriever. Simple, not condescending. Now once you've got the sound clear, not smart thing down, the next piece is timing. Specifically, when you actually open your mouth. You know that one person in every group project who just starts talking first, and somehow that makes them the leader? That's not confidence. That's just someone who realized silence is scarier than speaking. So, if you're the anxious type, use that. Speak first in low-stakes moments. Meetings, group chats, whatever. Before your brain has time to build the fear up. Literally just say, I'll start, or I'll go first, before you've thought about it for more than 2 seconds. This only works if you actually go first, though. If you say, I'll start, and then stare into the void for 10 seconds, that's a different video. But maybe going first just isn't you, and that's fine, because there's an opposite move that works just as well. Ever been in a meeting where you're just waiting for someone else to say the smart thing so you can nod along? That's actually a skill, not a weakness. So if talking first isn't you, be the person who listens so well that when you do talk, it hits different. Just say building off what you said, and then add the one thing nobody mentioned yet. Instant credibility, zero improvisation required. Okay, true story. I actually tried the go first method at a work meeting once. Said, I'll start, with big confident energy, and then immediately forgot what I was going to say. Just gone. 12 people staring at me like I'd pulled a fire alarm for fun. I recovered by saying, sorry, building suspense, which somehow worked and got a laugh. Moral of the story, even when the method backfires, humans are forgiving, and a joke buys you 3 more seconds to remember your own name. Which brings me to the next one, because it's basically the safety net for exactly that kind of blank out moment. Ever blanked mid-sentence and just stood there like your phone died at 1%? Everyone has. The fear isn't the audience, it's the fear of forgetting, which is a completely solvable problem that we all treat like it isn't. So, write down 3 words, not 3 paragraphs. 3 words per point, max. Your brain fills in the rest way easier than you think. Instead of a script, your note just says, story, problem, fix. That's it. You already know the story, you just needed the map. Just don't, under any circumstances, write the whole speech on the card. You will just read it monotone like a hostage video. And last one, this ties everything together. Ever watched yourself on a video call and immediately hated everything about your face? Yeah, that's normal, and also kind of useful, because most people have never actually seen themselves talk before they do it live. So, practice out loud, on camera, alone, before the real thing. Not in your head, out loud. Your brain and your mouth are not the same organ. Shocking discovery. Literally record your phone doing your opening line 3 times. By the third time, it stops feeling like a performance and starts feeling like a fact you're stating. Just watch it back once for confidence, not 8 times, or you'll start finding new things to hate, and that defeats the whole purpose. So that's it. Public speaking isn't a personality trait, it's just a handful of tricks nobody told you because everyone's too embarrassed to admit they're scared too. Try one, not all 5 at once, or you'll short circuit, and if this helped, subscribing is free, which is more than I can say for the therapy that got me here. See you in the next one.